Let's move now to Cape Town, and you'll remember that according to the latest quarterly national crime stats, the city has the highest number of serious crimes in the country. Cape Town's now hoping to really turn things around. 100 law enforcement officers have been deployed to the CBD. They'll be working 24 hours a day in shifts. Our reporter Monique Mortlock joining us now. Monique, so this is of course good news for fighting crime. We've seen a number of crime interventions. We've all heard about these LEAP officers, the Law Enforcement Advancement Protocol, I think it is. Is that part of this? Is this a whole new batch, new mandate? Tell us about today's deployment.
Sally, this is a completely different program from that LEAP program, which is in conjunction with the Western Cape government. You remember that last week, the City of Cape Town's Executive Mayor, Jordan Hill-Lewis, made that big announcement where he said that they have now deployed over 1,000 more officers in those crime hotspots, those areas where they've seen a spike in violence. We reported on it just a few days ago. In Delft, they saw 2 teenage girls being shot. One died and the other is still recuperating. They were shot within the space of just a few days from one another. There were also shootings in Philippi, in Nyanga, and in Bishop Lavis. They've also seen violent crimes. And the city has largely been focusing on those areas, on boosting policing in those areas. And now, today, they said that they've now deployed 100 law enforcement officers, not part of the LEAP program. These additional officers will be on patrol for 24 hours a day, working in shifts. They'll be patrolling the CBD, and also some of those immediate surrounding areas like Woodstock and the Atlantic Seaboard, the waterfront as well. But the focus is really on the CBD because Cape Town Central Police Station has yet again recorded the highest number of serious crimes reported, and this is for a second quarter in a row. For this quarter, for April to June 2022, the station saw a 49% increase in those reported serious crimes. For the previous quarter, it was about 54% increase. And for many residents, they say they're facing issues like robberies, theft out of motor vehicles, theft of motor vehicles, and common assault. And these are largely the crimes plaguing those living in the CBD. Let's just take a listen to Alderman JP Smith. He's the MACO member for Safety and Security, explaining what makes this deployment so different, and just the different approach that the city is taking, because they were showing us what their fusion center looks like. This is essentially a command center where they're bringing together all of these different services, from your firefighting services, traffic enforcement, law enforcement, metro police, to ensure that there is not only faster reaction times when a crime is taking place or when there is an incident like an accident, but to also ensure that there is proactive policing, because by using all of this scientific data and by bringing together all of these different data points from CCTV cameras and the phone calls that the city receives, they are then able to track where are the crimes taking place, what time, where do we need to deploy the officers. Let's just take a listen to Alderman JP Smith.
In many parts of the world, you have to bring together all the different partners, all the available technologies to you, whether it's CCTV or other centers or automated number plate recognition, or the eye in the sky, or the data that is available, the information available on WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups run by neighborhood watchers who are a key partner to this, or the information from the city improvement districts whose staff are working with us, then you need a proper command center. And this fusion center brings together all of those elements and knits it all together through our computer-aided dispatch system. Nowhere in the world will a modern police force operate without computer-aided dispatch. That means you're tracking all your resources and you're connecting the resource to where the complaints and where the need is, pre-planned operations, responding to incidents, whether it's emergency or policing. South Africa, by and large, does not have these systems in place. It's a critical bit of incapacity that hampers effective policing, especially at national level.
It's really interesting what they're doing because, first of all, as you alluded to when we were chatting just a bit earlier, this is an area that has really high crime rates, and that's the entire point of regular police crime stats, so that you can target your policing in the areas where it's really required. Great news on the coordination. I'm wondering, though, what these neighbourhood watches and community policing forums are saying. Are they fully on board with this plan?
I specifically spoke to the District 6 community leader, Ihsan Alexander, because last year or a couple of months ago, we spoke to him and several District 6 residents because they were complaining about the increase in crime that they say is largely due to obviously the effects of the pandemic. You're seeing more people living on the streets. You see more criminal elements roaming around the CBD, not necessarily those who are homeless, but just criminal elements roaming the CBD, looking for a potential target. And Sally,
all right. Monique, we seem to have lost your audio, unfortunately, but let's just take a clip from Ihsan, who you spoke to, because as you explained, he had been in a situation of real concern about crime. And what was his response today after this beefed up policing plan? Let's take a listen.
It will make life very much easier for us as Neighbourhood Watch if we can have the safety and security of our people with the partnership of law enforcement, SAPS and Metro Police doing all these raids and ensuring us also that our community members and our children going to school and people going through the area, going to work, that they are safe. And that is a real concern.
It was Ihsan Alexander, who works with the Neighbourhood Watch in Cape Town. And thanks so much for that report, Monique Mortlock.